Welcome to Music Machine Mondays. In this episode, we're going to take a look at two instruments. We're going to see the Porter music box and we're going to see the Allin Walker musical table clock.
So right now we are standing next to this beautiful table clock that was made in 1750 by Allin Walker. And Allin Walker himself, he came from England, but he had his workshop in the Netherlands. And this is actually one of the first self-playing instruments that was suitable for your house, actually. Okay. And you could say that it is some kind of a radio, because you could choose between the songs as well. So you can see a cylinder. I will open the door so it might be a little bit easier to see. Yeah. So we have a cylinder over here, and it turns around once, and that's the length of one melody. But actually they used the space between the hammers to put on even more melodies.
So you could change the cylinder in this direction and have another song?
Yeah, you can move it lateral, but you wouldn't change the cylinder like this. I will show you. We have to move this clock a little bit. And this is actually something that not a lot of people know, that this clock can do this. So we have the dial, and on top of the dial, you can see actually all of the songs it can play. So what you wanted to do, you can just open the door here. And with this hand you can change the melody on it. Oh, wow. Which is actually kind of cool. So if you got tired of the melody at some point, listening to it for every hour, there was a possibility to change it.
This musical table clock is built in 1750 by Allin Walker in Amsterdam. Allin Walker was one of many English clockmakers working in Amsterdam, and the English clockmakers were attracted to Amsterdam partly by the flourishing clockmaking trade, but also by the tolerant atmosphere compared to London at the time. London had a strong horological guild that imposed all sorts of rules on the clockmakers. In Amsterdam there was no guild, which was seen as a plus, and Allin could build the clocks the way he wanted them. So, you go Allin. I would also gone to Amsterdam if some horological guild told me what to do.
So this clock has 17 bells. It starts with a C2, then it goes all the way up to A3. And it actually has F sharp and B flat and C sharp as well. So they could play a lot of melodies actually.
So you can play like C major, F major and A major almost?
Mm-hmm. Huh? Yeah, so that's really nice. Not all the clocks had that kind of notes. Most of the clocks, they would work with the diatonic scale.
Okay.
So of course I'm going to play it. I'm going to play it with the door closed because that way it just sounds a little bit better. Oh, and I almost forgot to tell you something. You can see that the clock door is made of glass, so you can see through it, and that's for a reason. Clocks like these, they would stand on marble shelves, like above the fireplace. So it was a real centerpiece in the room, actually. It was a real eye-catcher. And it was standing in front of a mirror, so that people could see what time it was at this side, and through the mirror they could see also the beautiful mechanism on the inside.
That's really cool. That's really smart. If I would build something like this, I would also have a glass in front of it, so it wouldn't be hidden away.
Yes, and that's why they also have put these beautiful decorations on the brass as well, because it just had to look as pretty in the back as on the front. So I'm going to close the door and I'm going to play, and we're going to listen to a French song, which is a very old song, Allemand.
Allemand.
Allemand.